another live stream. Well, tonight I want to be talking about police brutality and what does that have to do with the last days, or what that have to do with the times that we are living in right now as we speak. Well, it has a lot to do with the times where we're living in right now. Why do I say that? Well, let me put some context to this and let me just read a verse right quick in the Bible. And we're going to be in, is it Ephesians? Ephesians chapter Ephesians. I mean, if Ephesians chapter. Give me a second here. I find it. Okay. Here we go. So the verse I'm looking up is the verse that tells us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. But we wrestle against principalities and wickedness in high places. And with that being said, the enemy loves to conquer and to divide. He loves to keep division among human beings. And so, with that being said, police brutality, its main focus these days is on police brutality on blacks. And so what the enemy tends to do, and he uses that to, like I say, conquer and divide us. And so if he can conquer and divide us, then we're playing right into his hand. And so what he do, he works behind the scenes, and these people, these cops, a lot of them don't even know. Like a lot of people, they don't know that they're being used by the devil. They don't know that they're being used by him. And so they're tools that he used to get his stuff, get his negative things accomplished. And so he used humans. And so in the midst of doing that, he caused this division among races. You have blacks against whites, whites against blacks, Hispanics against other Hispanics, Hispanics against blacks, whites against Hispanics, on and on and on and on it goes. And all the time, at that point, the enemy just take a step back and just watch us just destroy each other. That's what he do. He is a master at doing this kind of things. So here in Ephesians chapter 1, Paul writes, okay, let me get this right. Paul writes, he says, hold on. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. That's not the one I'm looking for, guys. This was something else that um, I was reading. Uh, I'm looking for the verse where it talks about we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities in high places. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got it right here. Okay, let's see. To intend that now the manifold wisdom of God, according to eternal purpose. No, that's not the verse. Okay, I'm gonna find this verse, but everyone knows the verse I'm talking about. Like when you see whoever it is, whether it's mom, daughter, son, whoever, you have to realize that these people are flesh and blood. And so we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. It's not mom and dad and uncle and cousin that we are wrestling against. We're wrestling against the unseen, the unseen. That's what we are up against. And so police brutality, it's like I said, it divides us. It causes a lot of division, and it plays right into the enemy's hand. And it's very, very appropriate for the days that we are living in, because the enemy is using police, and with using police, he is causing division among mankind, man to man, woman to woman, race to race. This is what he's doing. And so this brutality that police tend to carry out is straight from the enemy. And so we must keep this in mind, because if not, we get caught up also in his tricks. We get caught up in that. And so, is it an example in the Bible of the enemy dividing people? It's all throughout the Bible. It's all throughout the Bible. He also comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Now he's been doing this way longer than we have been existing. And he hasn't really changed the way that he do things. He do things the same way that he's been doing it since the fall, since he was kicked out of heaven. So he uses that. So that's really at the root of police brutality. That's at the root of it. He is the puppet master. That's what I would call him. He is the puppet master behind police brutality. And we've seen so many lives lost because of this. So many lives. And don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that trap of police brutality and you thinking that another person is the enemy. The enemy is the one that you can't see or you don't see. And he's carrying out what he wants to get accomplished here on the earth. So be a tool of God and not give the enemy no room in your life. Okay, guys, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. This is just just talking about police brutality and what that has to do with scripture and with the days that we're living in. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like this video. Peace.